I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to Complete Trader Academy's daily review. Today is March 22, 2023. And you'll see here that we have this daily candle. FOMC news came out at 2 o'clock with the press conference with Powell at 2:30. Did exactly what I thought yesterday. Watched yesterday's video, very priceless. Yesterday's video is obviously the 21st, and price went up 50% of this daily resistance block candle right there. This is your classic support resistance. Ran right to it. I mean, I think it was like maybe 10 points away or something silly, but got into a 1 hour imbalance in there and then took off down, and we were taking that to a 4 hour imbalance here on this day of the 20th. So let's take a look to a 4 hour real quick. Called it nicely. So that's why I don't draw on these, because every time I do, it's like skews the look of it. But you'll get the idea here. So 50% of this range here, from here to here, this whole orange zone was about here. And in a 1 hour time frame, you'll see that there's an imbalance there with an actual supply block sitting right there. And that's what that line is for. And then we took it to this 4 hour imbalance right here. It taps right into it. You see that? You'll see this better on a 1 hour. Take a look here. You'll see that we have that imbalance right there. See that imbalance? So 50% is like roughly a little bit higher, like right there maybe. But in that is this 1 hour imbalance. And we have this, these two blocks here, right? Can't miss that. Draw that out from the open. Beautiful. Look how it taps it. Taps it beautifully. All right. So you got the H1 and block imbalance. You have the supply block line there, and then you're at 50% on this daily resistance block. Taps in. As soon as it does that, I know we're looking for lower prices, because they just I think, did they raise it 25 points? Jesus, I can't even find it now. Hold on 1 second. I didn't need to know that, but I know that they're not done raising for this whole year. So yeah, so it stayed at 5. All right, so either way, so we're here. Look at this. So, and at, let me go to a 5 minute here. So you can see me framing the trade here beautifully. Taps in this buy liquidity here, runs for it one more time, and right to the target. Comes down, retraces right into the opening gap, and then comes right down to that H4 imbalance. Let me go to this 1 hour. Let me go to a 5 minute. And you're really not going to see this too well. Let me see here. You can't really see it too well. I need to show you on a 1 minute. And here we go. So this is FOMC day. So you know that the news is coming out at 2 o'clock. So you know they're all this previous price before. Yes, you could have caught a buy in. You could have caught a buy here. All right, and ES was much cleaner. S&P was way more cleaner to catch this buy. You could have saw that. And then the sell here, if you were playing around at 10 o'clock, you could have caught this sell as well. When it, see right here, you'll see that, which is, so on ES was much cleaner, and you can't even see it here on Dow Jones, but went right into this block right here. The block held. The price never went above that block. This is a nice block, and took it down to the sell for here and for lower objectives, retesting that daily imbalance line right there. And sure enough, news came out, shot the price up. Okay, came back, retraced, shot back up, So now this is what I call speakering out. It's you basically want to take liquidity and then sell. Take liquidity, then buy. Take liquidity, then sell. This happens all the time. But you should know to be waiting and be patient for the actual for the news to settle down and all that. Price then ran up to our target to the T and then created this imbalance. See this imbalance? So we first had a gap right there. Then we had this imbalance right there. And then price peaks above. You want to be a seller at 50% because it's a volatile day, obviously. Goes above 50%. Take the trade automatically. You push the button. You have to trust this process. And then your stop loss is right above that candle. Sure enough, it held, sank down. Here's your second opportunity right here. When it retraced right back into this block right here perfectly. I mean, look at where the line's sitting. All right. It taps the high of that opening gap and into this imbalance here and this block right here. This would be considered, you know, a resistance block, the high of it. These two candles count on this time frame. We're on a 1 minute and it respects it beautifully. But then also you have that gap. So retraces beautifully in there. I mean, it's just perfect. And then sinks right down to that H4 imbalance. You're asking yourself, where is the closest imbalance I'm going to? And that is definitely going to be it. On the 1 hour, you really can't see it, but all I cared about was tapping in. I didn't expect to come low and take this out or anything foolish like that. I don't know. When I say it's going to come down and take you out, that's not happening all in one day. I'm just giving you direction. And sure enough, you watched yesterday's video, perfectly said that the price would come up here into the 50% of it. And then you can refine it by using H1 imbalances and supply blocks, and then price reacted, came all the way down to the first part of this H4. On an H4, you can't see this on an H1. You can see it obviously on an H4. And oops. And taps it in nicely. See that? That's why I don't draw these, because they look ugly. But yeah, really nice. And if you were on a smaller time frame, could you have done anything different? Well, I definitely wanted to tap in here, but I mean, you are still in this imbalance right here. Price could run up now. As far as talking about the rest of this week, we still have news. There is an imbalance right here from the closing and up to here. So going back on a 1 hour, you can see that it can retrace to this block right here. So you can see that this is a nice resistance block right there. And this is a next sign. I'm going to delete this. All right. And I'm going to delete this imbalance as well, because we finished it and we took it out. If you notice, we didn't finish. Well, let me bring it back. See how yesterday we didn't finish it, and then today we did at 7 in the morning. Well, that they were just building liquidity here and here just to kind of come up and come down and take it. So going back on the 5 minute, you know, you got to ask yourself, okay, when we came down, we're covering longs. When we come back up, we're covering shorts. When we come back down, we're covering longs. When we come back up, we're covering shorts. When we come back down, we're covering longs. When we come back up, we're covering shorts, not all of it. And then when we come back down, we're covering longs from this previous price action down here. So that's how you got to flow. You got to flow with it that way. It's how I flow with it. And you see this is happening beautifully. So other than that, going back to the 1 hour, I don't think I'm missing anything. So as far as the next target here, I mean, this is the opening week gap. I mean, I see we can still come back up here, obviously, so we can kind of balance some of this price. And then again, my target is still coming down here. So that's going to be pretty much the layout. We got this big imbalance to this big ass candle. You'll see this get rebalanced and all that. I don't know how far, but at least 50% of it. And then here is that block here that we could tap in and then come down and slowly make, you know, our way down here. All right, hope this helps. You guys take care and God bless.